On our Wavespreneur segment this week, we will be celebrating none other than Tosin Imhogiemhe. He is a best-selling author, trainer, and emotional intelligence expert whose rhetorical bent has endeared him to schools, churches, NGOs, and corporate organizations where he employs his ingenuity in teaching soft skills. After sharpening his professional teeth as a sales rep at Cadbury Nigerian PLC, his stints in a law firm and hospitality industry was all he needed to hone his skills, which birthed T-High Inspires, a training and consulting company, and Life Challengers Academy, LCA, which he founded. T-High, as he is fondly called, is the editor-in-chief of Revelation Expounded magazine and lectures at Genesis School of Leadership. By producing daily motivational messages on his blog and on social media with his engrossing story-telling skills and nuggets, Tosin has impacted countless lives. He is a member of Rotary International, the Speaker Academy, and also the secretary of BSN Toastmasters Club. He holds a BSc in Economics from the University of Lagos, a Sales and Management certificate, and he is a graduate of Daystar Leadership Academy.
My name is Tosin Imhogiemhe, short for T-High, popularly known as Pain Doctor, and I'm a life coach, an emotional intelligence expert, and an author. And everything I do revolves around capacity building, helping people basically discover, develop, and maximize their potential. And that's who I am, and that's who I'll always be. You see, what happened was I authored a book titled "Pain is a Gift," which is this is a copy of the book, and it radically changed my life because when I authored the book, I was just writing my experiences and my knowledge of pain. However, it appeared that I have a deeper insight than anyone around, and it took me on a media tour. I appeared or featured on a lot of TV and radio stations. I made a lot of sales from copies of the book. I started a prison ministry. I reached out to schools, churches, and many other feats, came from authoring this book. And during my time on the media, during the time I was on radio, my fans began to call me Pain Doctor, and I didn't like the name initially, but you see, it's not about what I like, but about what the fans like, and eventually I had to adopt the name, so that's why I am the Pain Doctor. So I was at home, I had no job, and I was at home for 5 good years doing nothing, no job. So that period was my period of development. That was the period I began to read books, I began to listen to tapes. I basically developed myself, and one day I was just reflecting on my life, and then I thought to myself, Tosin, you're no longer the person you used to be. Everything you've gone through in life, you've grown through it. You've died to your former self. What you've gone through has killed the boy in you to release the man who you ought to be. And the phrase came out, pain is a gift. And then I told myself, I'm going to write this book sometime in the future. And then less than a year, I eventually authored this amazing book, and it became the game changer. It became the defining moment. It caused a chain reaction in my life. I'd been in obscurity all my life, but this book, brought me to the spotlight. I would not be doing this interview today if I did not write this book. So that's how amazing, that's how this journey started. Although I always had this gift of the gab, I always had this ability to communicate. However, this experience defined my niche in the consulting or the training industry, because people speak about, you see different speakers talk about finance, marriage, relationships, and all that, but I discovered that my own forte, my own strength lies in pain. So today my business revolves around, a part of my business anyway, revolves around helping people appreciate, understand, manage, and profit from their painful experiences. So that's just in a nutshell. I'm an optimist. I always love to focus on the positive side of things as opposed to focusing on the negative side of things. And like Abraham Lincoln will often say that we can either complain that roses have thorns, or we can rejoice that thorns have roses. What it means is that, you see, for every situation there's always the positive and negative side. So you can either focus on positive or focus on the negative. So I choose to focus on the positive side. And this is a time this is a crisis, that this is a situation that is forcing development in our world. As individuals, we are learning new things. As families, we are bonding together. As a matter of fact, I had a friend who told me that this pandemic has been a blessing to him in disguise. And then he shared with me that ever since he gave birth to his daughter, she's about 3 years. And in fact, our birthday was recently. He said he has not had that father-to-daughter relationship with her. But this pandemic has enabled him have a close relationship, such that he appreciates it so much. And when he was saying this, and I could feel the excitement in his eyes. So there are lots of positives to take away from this pandemic, and I believe that this phase shall also pass. Well, we quite have a bit of a challenge in this part of the world because we do not value intellectual properties like this. However, it's something that I'm working on. I'm in the process. So I think I prefer to say that we're improving in that aspect. For example, I run a prison ministry. I go to the prison twice every year to speak to the inmates, and I'm trying as much as possible to expand to, of course, reach out to psychiatric homes, rehabilitation homes, and so on. So if, as they often say, if the mountain will not come to Muhammad will eventually go to the mountain. So it's only natural for you, of course, to feed the inmates when you're going to visit them, because food feeds your body, but words feeds the mind. So I think both of them, they have to complement each other, and which I always do, because I know that it's essential. Sometimes it's what draws their attention. In fact, Jesus Christ, when he would preach, sometimes we heard that Jesus Christ fed 5,000 people. He knows that these people are hungry, and then they wouldn't just listen to his words and hungry stomach. So I think it's very, very imperative. But more importantly, you see, words are powerful, and they give life. One word can change someone's life, can cause a mental shift in a person's mind. Just like I said, during the time I was working as a waiter, working as a steward, and I felt life was a living hell for me. The words from motivational speakers changed my life. It gave my brain, it reset my brain. So that's what words do to you. Words are very, very powerful. There's this phrase that says life and death is in the tongue. So words are very, very powerful. Sticks and stones can break your bones, but words can break your heart. So words are powerful, and of course, just as you should ensure that you take food or take drinks or take things, refreshment to the prisoners, also very imperative. You cannot take away the place of powerful words. For now, because sometimes you need to take a step. The beginning is always the hardest, and we live in a society, or we live in an environment where a lot of people have bastardized opportunities. So it's always very difficult for you to get access to funds when you want to do things like this, because they always believe you want to use it for your personal your personal projects. So that's why out of passion, because this is something I really love to do, I got a few individuals, people who I believe, they believe in my vision, believe in what I do, and we had to make donations amongst ourselves. And that we've had 2 visits so far, and with that we've recorded it, we have proof, and I believe going forward we'll be reaching out to organizations, and I believe in due time things will definitely fall in place. What matters is to start. The beginning is always the hardest, so what matters is you starting, and in due time you will always get that support that you need. More than anything, I'm thankful for the pains that I've gone through, because that's what truly transformed my life. So I think that's what I'll leave with you. It's the pains, the difficulties, the circumstances that we go through that brings out the best in us. Denzel Washington once said, ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship. Thank you for your time.